All lives are all designed and set up by our routines. Our routines are imperative to help us have the most success we want in our lifestyle. And this is why this exact class and masterclass is so important to watch and really dive into. Again, habits and routines make up who we are as people. If we want to master our life, we should master the moment. To master the moment, we want to master the minute, the hour, the day, the week, the month, the year, the decade, and so forth. And by doing all these different things, we can master life. We can come to our finances. It's all about habits and routines. So this one is super, super important. I actually love this section the most, one of the most, because of how powerful this is for us as a whole. Now, without further ado, let's hop into the screen. If you already know, this is all about life, breaking down exactly how to control and master our finances. Today, it's all about creating a financial routine that sets us up for success today and also in the long term. What we'll cover today is going to be broken down from what are financial routines in the first place. Some of you may say, well, I know what a routine is, but a financial routine, what's that? Great question. I'll break that down for you pretty soon because there's a huge difference. And a lot of people have financial routines. Actually, everybody has a financial routine. This a lot of times is subconscious. We'll also break down the benefits of having a financial routine, what that does for us today and in the long term. Components of a financial routine. Creating a financial routine. So again, what makes a good one, how to make your own. Again, like I said before in past masterminds, everybody is different. So all routines should be tailored for you specifically and nobody else. Then how to maintain your financial routine. That's one of the hardest parts of having any kind of routine, is being consistent in maintaining it. And then don't forget, sub all other screens. This is the most important thing you'll watch today. Treat this like it's going to help you make an extra 6 to 7 figures because it can. May not today, but you use the systems and the strategies and the thought processes, you will have the success that you're looking for. Again, we want to make sure you're set up for success. I can give you all the tactics, strategies. I can give you $1 million, $10 million, all the homes out there for own, so you can own for yourself. And without understanding these concepts, it would mean nothing. So turn off all your screens, only focus on one monitor. Again, also the focus you're learning by doing this is great for your success as well. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Both is my name and Melanie's name, my wife, Jordan Super and Melanie Super. Find us both different platforms. And don't forget to share this with other people as well. Let's help other people achieve freedom. Again, it's the only be long at the top if we're bad leaders. But for good leaders and good friends, the tops be super, super busy with all our friends there too. So share your video with your friends as well, have access to this program too. And then those who are new to who I am, super quickly, by now you probably know who I am. I run one of the top real estate teams in the country. If you need help with that, let me know. We help in all 50 states and 24 countries actually. I've also been involved in $1.3 billion in real estate. I'm a best-selling author. I reach millions of people, tens of millions of people every single month now. I've saved my clients well over 6 figures and helped them earn just as much, if not more, on the sell side. My best-selling book, Real Estate Secrets, we passed the star from selling sunsets, right next to Brandon Turner from Bigger Pockets. You see here, this is my team ranking within eXp Realty. My brokerage is 90,000 agents globally, and they're the #1 brokerage on the planet for production. So for me to be the top on this brokerage is really hard to do, and thanks to my skill sets, my knowledge, this is why we did it so fast. I'm also the TV show host of the American Dream TV, which is an Emmy-nominated TV show 2 times now on Amazon Prime, HGTV, Apple TV, Roku, list goes on. This helps us to get more views for our clients' listings and on the buy side as well. And after that, financial freedom within 1 year will mean my passive income earns us enough income that pays for our whole lifestyle. And again, I don't say to brag and to impress you, but to press upon you. If I can do this, so can you. Again, I was homeless off and on from 12 to 18 with no direction. Nothing happened to me. Now I'm selling homes. I'm a millionaire. And I invested over 1,000 hours in education about all things business, real estate, financial literacy, and the list goes on. And over 6 figures into my education personally outside of college. In college, I had a full ride, 4.0 GPA, top of all my classes, all honors classes as well. And despite having a full ride there and being top of my class, I still went out and spent over 6 figures learning from courses and mentors and coaches. Now, for you watching, I'm going to help you fast track your success and help you avoid having to spend all that money for no reason and over 1,000 hours of education, help you get there as fast as possible. And that's about me. It's all about you and creating a financial routine. So what kind of routine do you think most people have? Think about that. What kind of routine do you think most people have in the world? Especially a financial routine. I'm sure you guys probably agree. A detailed and planned out one, right? It makes sense. It should be detailed, it should be planned out. That is what most people are probably doing, correct? Well, unfortunately, that's not the case. Most people in the world, actually, you believe it or not, don't really have a super detailed plan, at least not for financial reasons. So write down how much money have you spent today or this week and why. Just take a couple minutes, get out your notepad or your phone if you're using your phone as your note keeper, and spend the next 2-3 minutes and write down what have you spent money on today, yesterday, this past 7 days, and why. This will showcase to you on your true financial routine and also your money habits more than anything else around. Again, we're all, ward by habits and routines. So we can break down this and know the why behind it. It's going to make a huge, huge difference for us. And you probably need to open up your app for your bank. If you want to even, you can pause this video right now, which I probably suggest doing. Because you spend time doing this part. This is really, really important. So pause this video and see what you spent in the past day, past week, and understand what are your money routines and habits. And the most important part though is ask yourself why. Why did I buy this? Was it an impulse? That I need it? That I want it? Did someone sell it to me? What was the reason why? The why is the most important thing in the world. Now, majority of people spend money out of routine without even thinking about it. Think about that. We spend money every single day, or at least every single week, without even thinking about it. This habit. And here's a story to display how powerful this is. So, James or Jamie lives in Austin, Texas. This is a story. So think about somebody for your age, somebody who is on a mission to become more successful, they have a good job, they work in tech, they're already doing pretty well in life. Probably like you as well right now in your own life. Probably doing pretty well. So James or Jamie, if you're a man or woman, you can interchange this to yourself, lives in Austin, Texas. In the morning, you wake up around 7 o'clock. And you want to go to the gym. So before they get to the gym, they go to get some coffee. They go to Merit Coffee here in Austin, Texas, on South Lamar, on the way to Lifetime Fitness down south. And the coffee costs them $8. Not a lot of money. So why not? Coffee is great. I like coffee too, sometimes. And it costs them $8. So they're there for like 5-10 minutes, in and out, super nice and easy. And then this kind of the pre-game almost for them workout. And then they get down to the nice luxury gym at Lifetime Fitness, and that costs them, probably $200 a month to go there. That is one charge. But I won't even count that. And again, I'm going to be breaking down this story, how much money we spend out a day rather than thinking about it. So after they're done working out, they say, you know what? The cafe is right outside of my class. And I should get some food, we charge for the day, a hard workout, and go to work. So they get their favorite quesadilla chicken sandwich they love so much, and it costs them, 23 bucks. They get that, some chips and appetizers as well, and 23 bucks. So far, it's only 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, and we already spent 31 bucks. Again, what's 31 bucks though? It's not a lot of money. And then they go down to the office downtown here in Austin, Texas. They're walking, and a friend's like, hey, this new restaurant just opened up down the street. We should also go there and celebrate Friday. It's been a busy week. We're almost at home stretch. Let's go check out this new restaurant. We get there, they have a drink, they have some food, some appetizers. Cost them 47 bucks to have, that lunch. And then the rest of the day goes on. And then after work, 3, 4 o'clock, they're off early because it's Friday. You know what? I should probably go get some groceries for my house and for my family before, it's too late in the day. More traffic is happening, so it's too busy. But here's the thing. More often than not, they probably don't have a plan. They don't have a checklist. They don't have a list of items that they should be having for their food. So they just walk through the store and start grabbing stuff. That is a normal routine that most people have. Go to the store, I have money, I make good income, I'm just gonna buy what I want. I get it. To buy some steak, some lobster, some salmon, some fruit, some veggies, some, other things as well. Cost about $159. And then they get home after a long day of work, a long week of work, to see their family. They have some kids, a wife, or a husband, depending on if you're James or Jamie, or either way. And then their family is like, hey, we worked super hard all week. Let's go watch a movie. Let's go to Alamo Drafthouse. And they'll say there's 2 of them and the kid. So they go to watch the Alamo Drafthouse. So you know what? Let's not eat dinner at home. Let's go eat dinner there. It has great burgers and pizzas and stuff like that. So they go there, watch 3 tickets, plus some food, plus some drinks for the parents. Around $136. And 2-3 hours of time to drive there, wait, watch the movie, and drive home. And then finally, they get back home, and you're like, you know what? It's 8, 9 o'clock. I'm making some work done real fast. So I, scroll social media, place might be, just for a little bit longer. And he remembers, oh, wait, my friend Jason, or Jasmine, either one you're friends with, said that they just bought this new purse, or this new gizmo and gadget, and they loved it so much when they saw it today at lunchtime. So you know what? I'm gonna buy that too. That looks amazing. I'm gonna buy a different color though, it's a little bit different than theirs, and it cost them 23 bucks from Amazon. That is a typical day. Impulse buying, the Jones effect, we're going at the restaurant, we're seeing our friends and our family. That's a good day. It's fun, it's enjoyable. But here's the thing. This person, and the average person out there, most of their life, they spend around $396 a day, or earning around $227 in that same day. The average income here in Austin, Texas, or in America actually, around $5K a month, so $60K a year. That means that they make around $227 per day, in an 8-hour day. So it's not a whole, it's a pretty good income. And that means that in the whole, $169 from impulse buying. Totally impulse buying. Now, obviously, I was going to go backwards and say, let's flip the switch and do the same exact story and change the prices. This is what someone that has a financial routine. So James and Jamie lives in Austin, Texas, same exact story. But now they watch this program like you have. They understand habits, understand routines, and they also try to build a better life for themselves and for their family. So in the morning when they wake up, instead of spending $8 for coffee, they make coffee at home. Right? Great. Make coffee at home, to get up to go. Don't need a whole lot of things going on in their life. Obviously, I have coffee from Starbucks. Again, I don't think, with clarity here, buying coffee and buying small things will not ruin your life. A lot of gurus will tell you if you buy coffee every single day, you'll never become a millionaire, financially independent. That's not true. Now, for some people, it does hurt them a lot. If I spend $10 a day for a month, that's $300. And in a year, that's $3,600 that is spent. I have 4 or 5 years of that, I can buy a house, or buy investment properties, or buy something else, more stocks, and so forth. It adds up, especially you think about the sunk loss of having that major investment sooner. That being aside, $8 coffees won't ruin you. But if you can save $8 to make coffee at home, why not? Coffee is coffee at the end of the day. So instead of doing that, they spend coffee at home. Now, they go to Lifetime Fitness still. The gym's amazing. I love that gym too. $200 a month, having kind of amenities. They're no brainer for me. Now, if this person is not as successful as, $60K a year or so forth, it could be a smaller gym like Lifetime Fitness or like LA Fitness or Gold's Gym or Planet Fitness or your own home gym. It doesn't matter. But instead of spending $23 at the place, they could spend $10. They already saved $8 from coffee this morning and use that $10 instead to buy a quesadilla, nothing else on top of that. Or they can bring a protein shake with them to work or to the gym and have that afterwards. Or some snacks as well after class is over. That's more saving. Again, I think to live more freely. So it's not about saving money, but about spending money in a impactful way. And then when it comes to lunchtime, instead of buying drinks, you can spend $27 or $30 on restaurants. Or say, hey, you know what? I have work to do. I'm going to stay in the office actually. I packed a lunch for myself. And then you're saving more money. So you could find ways to do that instead. Again, $47 every single day does add up. A $8 coffee doesn't matter too much, but $50, every single Monday through Friday or 3 times a week does add up. So he probably, or he should have probably just stayed at the office, had lunch there. Some tech jobs even offer them lunch for free. That'd probably be the better play. And then for the groceries, they have a list. They have it planned out. They know they need avocados, they need bacon, they need spinach, they need some hamburger meat and some steaks. Instead of spending $159, they instead spent $80 and had all the food they needed on their list. No more, no less. And then they get home to see their beautiful family. They work super hard and they say, hey, we should watch the movie. So yeah, let's watch the movie. We have this huge TV we just bought recently. Let's find something on Netflix. Or let's find something that we have on a different platform like Hulu. Or let's watch the new Game of Thrones that just came out. We'll watch it at home instead. And then I will make dinner while we do this. So the kids are sat down, dad's making dinner, or mom's making dinner, or ordering pizza even. If they ordering pizza instead, or some takeout, it probably costs them $40, $50 instead of $136. And so far, they get home at nighttime, instead of having an impulse buy, they say, you know what? That Gizmo gadget that I saw looked amazing. But I'm gonna wait a week. If I still want it after a week, I'll buy it. Otherwise, I don't need it that much. I don't have it right now, and I'm totally fine. And then at the end of the day, after all that, instead of spending around $396, they spent around, $147 in the whole day. That is almost a third of the budget that they saved. And now instead of being the whole $169, they're actually up from that day around $70. And that is how a financial routine makes a massive difference. They're going positive every single day instead of negative. So here are the best financial routines that everyone needs to master as fast as possible. Number 1, what are financial routines? To know our futures, all we need to do is look at our daily routines. Let that sink in. Take a picture of that, write it down. Because this is so true. To know our futures, all we need to do is look at our daily routines. If we do that, I can guarantee you, I will know where you'll be at in the next 1, 3, 5, 10 years. That's all it really takes. What are my daily routines? What am I doing every single day? What is my calendar, my planner? How much money do I spend a day? What am I spending money on? Telling more about anything else out there. So what are financial routines? A subconscious program we adopted. That is one of the biggest things a financial routine is. It's subconscious. Before we talked about how 90% of what we do in our life stems from our subconscious. So how we think, how we act, our mindset, what we spend money on, and so forth, all stems from a subconscious program that we adopted through our friends, our family, TV shows, movie, society, ads, social media. All these things make up who we are. That's why I'm a huge advocate on, doing detoxes on my social media and TV and stuff. Because you stop watching TV and stop looking at social media for 30 days, not only one, to be more focused and more happy, but it will change your subconscious program so much so that you're now valuing different things. You don't care about the Joneses. You're not chasing a dream that's not yours. And all these things add up. Which is why I think it's really important to understand everything we do in our life is from our subconscious program. And once we become aware of these activities that we're doing, we can have full control of our lives. Number two is a habit that we live by. I love coffee. I try to stop every now and then. Every now and then I'll probably stop drinking coffee for a month, a few months, and I'll get back into it and so forth. But at the end of the day, when I'm first drinking coffee, it's a habit. It's not even that I like coffee that much. It's that I like the habit of doing it. I know when I make videos, when I work, when I wake up in the morning, having a coffee is just a habit. And when I do a decaf coffee, just for example, I still have the habit of coffee, and it's not enough, I want more. Which is why having our habits being replaced by new habits is so important. If I normally wake up in the morning and I check social media, I can change that habit to now saying, I now look at my bank account. How much money did I make or not make that day? It's a new habit. Same for all daily routines. If I normally drive to Merritt like James or Jamie does before going to the gym, I can go a different direction. Now my habit has changed. I'm now no longer driving to the same place. I'm changing my habits by changing my environment. Make that happen for myself as well. So habits is also what routines are basically formed off of. It's a discipline or lack of one. That is a huge part of routine. My routines are broken down by disciplines. If I know that I am disciplined and I wake up at 4 o'clock every morning, Monday through Sunday, like I normally do, that is my discipline. My habit, my routine is placed on that. Which is why having discipline is so important, especially nowadays. Because as I showed before in different videos on this course, no one needs motivation to work. No one needs motivation to spend money. If I say, hey, here's your favorite dessert, you want it? You will say yes. Even if it costs you a lot of money. Because it is a discipline. I want it, I don't need to, I just take full control of it. Like TV shows. You don't need any motivation to watch TV shows. You just watch it because you like it. It's dopamine. And for the same thing for discipline, if I can replace my dopamine to be enticed by having a discipline of saying, if I save money, it makes me happy. It's my new discipline. If I act this way, I feel better about myself. All these things are disciplines. Then it's a way of life. How our financial routines are, it is how we live our life every single day. It's part of who we are. It's our modality almost. That's why it's so crucial to have your routines and your goals be part of who you are. Like I said before, most people will structure and create their whole entire life around their job, around their business. And that makes us really stagnant and rigid. And also, our way of life is controlled by our business and our jobs. Instead, we should create and tailor our job and our businesses around our life. Same for our financial routines. How can I tailor my routine and my habits around my life that's holistic and gives me more spending power? It gives me more impact. It gives me more control and freedom. Thinking long term. Number 2 is benefits of having a financial routine. Financial routines are one of the most important ones that we have. I think they're more important than most routines. It's a regular life routine, or just waking up and things like that, because this has more impact. Now, of course, having a powerful routine of like, I wake up, I go to work, I do this, I don't do that, will make us more money or save us more money. But without having this down pat too, I'm gonna have a huge disconnect on either way. So benefits of having routines, number 2. 1, our financial routines affect everything in our lives. Again, you just saw 2 different stories of James and Jamie. One person, instead of spending money all day long, they budgeted. They had stuff planned out. They said no, the season of no. Another person just went on through their life and following their habits and routines, spent way more money than they should have spent. And it was in the hole that day. This is why having routines is so important. That's why this part in this class is imperative to watch. And these routines are broken up into 3 different things. So when we have routines that affect our lives, there are 3 main components of it. Number 1 is financial clarity. If I do not know where I want to go, I want to be, or where I'm at currently, I won't have a solid routine financially. Because if I don't have a goal of making $1 billion, then I would never aim to get there. My financial clarity does not align to that. My spending habits are also not aligned to that as well. Same is true for income. If you make $5K a month, $226 a day, and you know that, you will spend less money than that more often than not, because you understand I only made this much money today, I'm in the positive. Whereas if I don't know how much money I spend per day, my budget, my overhead, all these things, I'm going to spend more on my routines because there's no clarity there. Number 2 is stress reduction. Also stress increase. If I have a poor financial routine, I'm going to have more stress or less stress because of that. Because at the end of the month, I still have bills, I still have credit cards, I still have things I have to do, obligations. Which is why it's so important for us to understand everything in our life stems from money. You see my posts in this group, I say all the time, money is not everything, but it can give us everything we want in our life. Think about that. There's nothing in our life that money does not affect. One of my mentors told me that money affects us in 3 different ways: relationships, health, and money. Those are the 3 aspects that will always be dependent on outside situations and ourselves. So having our money in order and having peace there makes us happy in all different areas. I know if I am abundant, I will be more abundant to other people. I'll be happier, I'll be less stress-free, I make better decisions. All money is super important to understand, why having so much more of it is super important for us too. Number 3 is long-term financial success. Having routines, like I said before, if I know what you do every single day in a financial routine, I can show you your future. Are you spending time watching these videos, reading books, investing in stocks, in real estate, in yourself, and so forth? Am I saving money? Not just to save, but to reallocate those funds and capital towards a better future. These are the 3 main things that a financial routine affects. our financial clarity, stress reduction or increases, and our long-term financial success. And then it also affects our improved financial health. We have a routine, our financial health is more, impacted because we're now monitoring that. If you go to the hospital, you want to make sure you're being checked up on, that you're having a checklist, you're having yourself connected to the meter, so people know what's going on with you. You want to monitor this as well, so your financial health is also being strong and living long. It also gives me enhanced decision making. If I understand my financial routine, I can make better decisions every single day. And say, yeah, I can go to lunch. I have the funds for this. Or I can buy this real estate portfolio deal because I have the means for this. I planned for this. Most people are reactive and not proactive because they're reacting to life every single day due to the financial routines. If Jamie or James did it every single day and they lost money every single day, before long, they can't have true decisions that they made themselves. They're forced into it. They're pigeonholed into the decisions because of their lack of financial literacy. But if I have a super solid plan routine and I know where my capital is coming from, where it's going, I can now make better decisions today and long term. Like for those of you who own businesses, this is so important to understand. If you are chasing a new client or more money every single day, and you have no money because you spent all the money from last month, or last week, or yesterday even, you will make poor decisions. You will make products that are not sound. You will give advice that are not beneficial to your clients. You will do activities and have commission breath or have some kind of, aura around you that will be off-putting to other people. While it's so important to have a lot of capital stored up for emergency funds and for investments and so forth, that gives us more clarity and more ability to make the right decisions. Same for people who have jobs. If I am not having the best of spending habits every single day of my routines, I may get a credit card that has high yield that costs me more money because my decision forced me to do that. Whereas if I was always solid and sound, I could say, you know what, instead of buying all this random stuff, I'm going to save my money. And then eventually I'm going to buy some investments or make a new business for myself and have more side hustle money coming to me. I have more decisions I can make for myself. And finally, increased financial confidence. Again, confidence is competence. And when it comes to money, competence is just having more money. And knowing that you understand how to manage your money and manage your funds and manage your life. So once you understand this, these three things will be improved, increased, and enhanced by knowing my routines every single day. Number 3, components of a financial routine. Everything in life are made up of smaller things. Everything we do is made up of smaller things. They all build on top of each other. So number 3, components of financial routines is income management. This is only a huge part of that. If my routine is tied to my management of my capital, my resources, my money, I'm going to have a much stronger routine. Now, I think for Jamie or Jones in the story we used here, they could have funds allocated per day, saying, I will spend X amount of dollars per day. I have a budget for entertainment, for food, for gizmos and gadgets, already allocated. And because of that, I have now more management of my day, more fulfillment of my day, and more decisions I'm making myself. It also is broken down with expenses tracking. Every single day, especially in the beginning, we should be tracking our expenses. How much did I spend? What did I spend it on and why? why did I spend money on? Again, we did a whole activity in the beginning of this call. In the past day or past week, how much money have you spent and on what things? And most importantly, why did you do it? This is part of it. We just expect this. We should track all this stuff. Don't just use mint.com in your apps. You should be super intimate with your money and be in it every single day and watch what's going on and see what's happening and why it's happening. Again, my wife and I, we just cut like $63,000 off our yearly budget. $63,000 our yearly budget. Really huge increase in our life standard on our income in a way. Okay, and there's two ways to make money. You can either spend less or make more. This is the two ways. And we gave ourselves a pay rate of $63,000. That is more than people make in a year. That's just cutting expenses. And we did that because we manage and track what we're spending on. It is needed, it is wanted. Why am I doing this? And then investment planning is also a big part of financial routines. If I know I want to buy an apartment building in the next 5 years from now, I can now plan for this. Again, making wealth is a long-term game. It's not going to happen overnight. Most gurus say to you, buy this program, it will make you $1 million in 30 days. It doesn't work that way. I've been in programs where I spent $60,000+ to be part of. They promised us to make $250K in that 12-month time period. We made money, but not because of them. That's why it's so important that so we know that it's going to be a long-term play, and we want to make sure we're doing stuff that's going to be guaranteed for us. And then debt allocation. Having financial routines is part of that. And understanding my debt allocation for this and managing that appropriately. We should always be making sure that we are paying our debts to a high yield. If it's 0% APR, who cares? Let it be there for a while and pay off the more important ones. And then eventually get to the point where you can buy investments that pay your debt for you. Crazy, right? Think about that. How can we find ways to make our money pay off our debt for us and extra capital, extra bonuses? Like, here's a little story. My wife and I watched a movie a couple days ago because we have a new baby now. Alexander is finally here. You not know that, but now he's now born. And we watched this movie, I think called Hitman. And in the movie, they made $1 million because they killed, something happened. I won't tell you, but I'm ruining it for you. They made $1 million. And because of that, they lived a better life, bought a house and so forth. But here's the thing. If you had $1 million and you're, let's say, 50 years old, 60 years old, 40 years old, and you have 30 years left to live. So again, 70, 80, 100, life expectancy is long. But let's say you have 30 years to live. That means that you only have around $33,000 a year to live off of. It's not a lot of money, right? $33K a year for 30 years, and then all that money is gone. Now, that is how most people think. They think, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy a house. I'm gonna have a job still, maybe. I'm gonna live off this $33K a year, which is like $2.4K a month. Not a lot of capital. But instead, if I know that I can spend that $1 million and put it into a fund, into an investment vehicle like stocks, real estate, that pays me a dividend, or even into a high interest yield account that makes me money every single year. Or I can do a infinite banking situation. There's a lot you can do out there. Easy math, then let's say you make 10% a year off that $1 million. I'm now making $100K per year, which is 3 times more than I would make if I live up my capital in the beginning. And then in this example, debt allocation, if I pay off my debts and do all those things, I can now use those funds, those $100K a year, to pay off this debt instead. And again, this is an extreme example of this whole strategy, but understanding this can be impactful for you in the future. How can my money that I already have pay for my debts, pay for my investments, and pay for my life? And then daily spending routines. Again, that is the biggest part. We saw the story about this. Our routines is broken down for our daily habits. And then finally, financial education. Right now you're here. You're already ahead of 99% of the world. Being here in this class puts you ahead of 99% of the world. Because most people, most of the world, don't learn about financial literacy. They don't understand education about money and management and routines with money. So you just being here sets you apart next to none. So keep on going, you guys got this. This is a huge part of that. Now, number 4, creating your financial routine. The day our new life starts is the day that our old life ceases. Let that sink in. For a new life to happen, we have to kill our old life. It has to happen. I cannot be a $1 million or $1 billion person if I don't act like that. I need to change my identity, change my life to make this happen. So for us, let's break down routines. So creating a financial routine. 1 is sticking to your SMART goals. By now, you already have this. If you did so already, if not done so already, go back and watch that video and make your SMART goals. Our SMART goals will give us way more likelihood to achieve them. Just by having one, we're going to be way more likely to achieve it. Up to 90% success rate by having a SMART goal and campaign partners and so forth. So break down your goals and live by it. And understand it's going to take you 6 months, a year, 3, 5 years to get there. But who cares? What's the alternative? Think about that. What is the alternative if you don't stick to it? What will happen? Paint that picture. Like really paint that picture. Where will you be at in the next 6 months, 1 year, 5, 10, 20, 40 years from now if you don't stick to your SMART goals and adjust them every single year? Alright? The alternative makes it so much easier for us to stick to them. I know for me, if my alternative in 30, 40 years from now is living paycheck to paycheck, struggling in a small house with no real success to really account for, I'm gonna be super upset and frustrated because of that. If I know my alternative is making these SMART goals, I'm gonna be a billionaire, help tons of people, build cities like Dubai, make a massive impact, have huge abundance and freedom. That is what I'm trying to chase. So always ask yourself, what's the alternative? And I'm breaking down how to stick to this. Ask ourselves, will this investment, will this purchase matter to me in 1, 5, 10 years from now? Think about that. So before you buy something, ask yourself, will this even matter to me in 5 years from now? Does it help my future goals in some way? Buying this program does. Buying houses does. Buying liabilities probably doesn't. So ask yourself that every single day. Stick to your SMART goals. Living by your budget and loans to yourself is also imperative. Again, I live by my budget as much as I can. I'm not perfect. I also falter sometimes. But as much as I can, I abide by my budget every single day. And my goal, honestly, now as a game to me is, how can I spend less money every single day and make more money every single day? That's a little game I have. How can I increase my income every single day, make more money, have more wins, and spend less money, especially spend less money on dumb stuff that won't do anything for me? And learn to yourself. If you are a business owner and you want to buy a new software or buy a new asset or X, Y, and Z, and you have the capital for it, make a loan for yourself. If you can. I have a $200K in my bank account for my business. I'm gonna buy this new software. It costs me $100K a year, and I don't have the budget for it already accounted for. I'll make a loan to myself that I'm gonna pay off myself in the next 12 months. This much money every single month, make sure I hit that mark. So loans to yourself and your budget is super important. become your own bank. And then asking your family and family to buy in. And when I say buy in, I don't mean like give you money. You could do that if you want to. But I mean like having your friends and family know, hey, I am trying to do X. Whatever your goal is. I'm trying to buy a house in a year. I'm trying to pay off my credit card debt. I'm trying to buy a new car. I'm trying to take a vacation. Up to you. Again, it's your money. Do what you want to with it. But with that being said, have your friends and family buy into the vision. Saying, hey, I'm trying to do this. So don't invite me to the club. Don't invite me to restaurants all the time. Or if I say no to you, understand why I'm saying no to you. Or if you want to even more levels to this, say, hey, if I can buy a new house, so your kids, spouse, in the next 12 months from now, you have a new house. That's the reward for them. A bigger house, better place. Say, hey, let's cut back on expenses. Let's stop buying restaurants every single night. Let's try to make more money every single day. Let's live by this financial routine that we made with Jordan's help and have a better life we can all be happy about and proud of. And I can guarantee you to be buying into the vision. Same for vacations. Say, hey, I gotta work more time. I have to spend less money. But if we do this for a year, we can go to Disneyland. They will be more than happy to do that. So have your friends and family buy into this vision with you. Oh, one more thing too is also like for investment vehicles. Say, hey, I want to buy this complex, this house. Let's do it together. Let's make a pact right now and buy this together in the next year or 2 years from now. And then we can make more capital for ourselves every single year, more appreciation, more equity, and so forth. You can buy in with the money as well. Then setting yourself up for success. This is a huge part of financial routines. By having one, you're more likely to succeed. Again, there's this habits and routines, and they compound on themselves. If I don't have this, I will have no control of my future. And then reinforcements and punishments. This is an easy way, in a way, to have a solid financial routine. And again, my background in college was psychology, and we learned this a lot. Reinforcements and punishments is a driving factor to behavioral psychology. So to change your behavior, all behavior as humans, you have to understand reinforcements and punishments. And they're broken down more ways than you think. So let's see right here. So reinforcements and punishments, they're all positive and negative. Crazy, right? There's a negative reinforcement. Yeah. So when we understand this, it makes it so much easier for us to understand how we live our life. And how to structure our life in a way that makes us want to be more financially sound. So reinforcements, there are two of these. Positive. Something is added to increase the likelihood of behavior. So if I say, hey, if you save $1,000 a month, in the next 2 years from now, you can now buy a house. I'm adding a house to you in 2 years as a positive reinforcement. Now again, I think that's almost too long term, a 2-year reinforcement. So every single month, you say, if I save $1,000 every month to buy my house in 2 years, or buy a property in 2 years, I will take my family out to a nice restaurant. I will play a game for an hour. I will give myself some kind of reward, reinforcement. I'm adding a positive by doing that. But it's so important to do this for ourselves. Now, a negative. Something is removed to increase the likelihood of a behavior. Now, I can remove my credit card from my wallet. Right there, I increase my likelihood of achieving something and having a better behavior. I can remove going a certain direction home that avoids me spending money at the coffee shop. I could remove my Netflix account. Again, I can remove something by doing enforcement given to my goal. Does this make sense? And then punishment. Something is added to decrease likelihood of behavior. So if you are spending lots of money, if you spend more money you make every single day, I'm gonna add a fine of $200 that you have to pay. I added something to it. I'm adding a punishment to you. For kids, it's like, if you do this, I'm gonna spank you. And you should not do that, but it's the punishment people do. And I'm adding a physical abuse. If you are trying to buy a house or buy a property or buy some stocks and you don't do it, I can add a punishment in terms of like, hey, if you don't do this, I'm going to put you in jail for a year. I'm adding time in jail. Again, super extreme example. Again, all about adding stuff to it. Now, negative is removing that. Same exact thing. So I can say, hey, if you are outspending your money, I'm going to take a card from you. You can no longer have a credit card or a debit card. I removed your money, and now your likelihood to do it is more and more increased. Same is true if I'm saying, hey, if you keep on driving to this coffee shop, I'm going to take a call from you. Again, extreme examples. But what can you do to increase by adding and removing both of these? And use both of these. Use reinforcements and punishments. Don't use one another. You should punish yourself in a positive way and also a negative way, and same for reinforcements. Doing these 4 things will give you way more likelihood to achieve your goals than anything else. Because we are creatures of habits and routines, and we're mammals, and the way we train dogs is the way we do this too. If my dog comes to me and I say, hey, come here, Lucky, and he comes to me, I give him a treat. I'm adding food to him by doing a good job. Same for negative reinforcement. If he pees in my house, I can say, okay, now I'm moving the house. Now you sleep outside. I would never do that. I'm insane. That is how you think of the same thing. For punishment, same thing. If your dog is being aggressive, you can add a muzzle to him. Now he'll be way less aggressive. Now there's a muzzle there. And for punishment, if your dog is misbehaving in your house, I can remove his freedom and put him in a cage. Again, these are all extreme examples. My dog is amazing. He's below my thing right now. He's 12 years old, perfect dog. I don't do any of these. These are just examples what you can do as punishments for ourselves and understand how we live our lives better. Number 5, how to maintain your financial routines. The biggest hack is to turn your goals into a lifestyle. So, number 1, tie your financial goals to your 2 whys. Again, we have 2 whys in our life. We have an internal why, which is going to be selfish, this is our selves. It could be, I want to have a better house. I'm going to buy a bigger car. I want to take care of my family. Those are internal whys. The problem is, those are short-lived. They're easy to obtain more often than not. Our other why is our external why. This is larger than us. This is like me saying, I'm going to help over 1 billion people before I pass away. That's the big external why. Or you want to make a charity, or want to retire your parents, or pay for your kids' college. Those are all external whys because it's something outside of ourselves. It affects other people. Automate and delegate. These are huge ways to maintain financial routines. If I know that I have a bad spending habit, I can tell my bank, hey, every time I make money from my job, from my business, I'm going to automatically disperse my funds into my savings account, my rent account, and other accounts as well. And this way, I have all my funds already being automated make it easy for myself, not overspend. I can account for the credit card I have in my wallet that says, this is my daily spending account. And once that account is depleted, I can no longer spend money on that account that month. Easy ways to do this. It forces me to have a better routine. Delegate. I can hire a CPA or accountant to help me do this stuff. Hey, I want to make more money and save more money. You're now in charge of my finances. Make sure I stick to this. So it's kind of like making your CPA your accountability partner. Stay organized. Again, you have access to my spreadsheet I made for you guys. That spreadsheet is going to help you so much be more organized. Every single day or week or month, you should be in there looking at what you're doing. Where you spend money. Why you spend money on that. How it's working for you. Stay organized. Know what's going on in your finances as often as possible. Then review your finances and your goals daily. Again, are you closer to your goals every single day? Are your finances increasing or decreasing every single day? If I know this, I have way more of a ability to have good financial routines because I see it every single day. Like an easy example of this. If I want to gain or lose weight and I step on a scale every single day, I can guarantee you my chances of being heavier or skinnier will happen. Like, wow, yesterday I weighed 180. Today I weighed 179. How can I increase or decrease this? It's way more in my face. I can't forget about that if I see it every single day. Have more money conversations with your friends, your family, your coworkers, business partners, accountability partner. Doesn't matter. Every single day, I should try to spend more time talking about money. How to make it, how to make it, how to save it, how to invest it, and so forth. Every single day, you should try to find ways to talk about money. And if your friends don't enjoy this conversation, find new friends. Sounds harsh, right? Well, that's fine. Money controls a whole life. All of it. So you have to find ways to have more conversations about this, make it become more natural and more automatic. Again, if you are with me for any amount of time, I talk about business and money all day long. That's my life. That's all I talk about is money, business, and finances. Because that's what I love the most. Other than my family, of course. But like that topic, I love more than anything else. I don't watch sports. I don't do random stuff. I think about this all day, every single day. This is why I'm making a lot of money. And learn to love delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is the number one secret to having true wealth. My wife and I, for 3 years, said no to everything. No to restaurants, no to get-togethers, no to events, no to buying nicer houses or better cars. We just worked 12, 16-hour days every single day for 3 years to make our business. And that business now pays for a whole lifestyle and passive income, whether we work or not. It's amazing, right? 3 years to have that kind of achievement. Again, what's the alternative? Most people work 10, 20, 30, 40 years and retire off nothing. If I can guarantee you 1, 2, 3, 5 years to have the goals that you want, life that you want, you think it's a good trade-off? What happens with delayed gratification? If I know it's going to take me a year to get there, or 2 years to get there, and I put my head down and I say, okay, if I save up $1,000 a month, if I cut spending on coffee and restaurants and use those funds to buy my first investment property, I will have a better life in 1, 2, 3, 5 years from now. Again, buying houses coming really quickly. The first house is the hardest. The next house is easy. And now you have a bank versus your house. More equity. So again, Find a way to fall in love with delayed gratification. So quick summary. Today we broke down what are financial routines, benefits of having a financial routine, components of a financial routine, creating your own financial routine, and finally how to maintain financial routine. There are 5 main points that really make up our life. These are all routines or habits, make up who we are. Again, if you have any questions, down below in our group, ask it there and tag us. What questions do you have? And if you want to, write down what is your routine every single day with money. Make a little game for yourself. Tomorrow, I want you to take out a notepad out of a piece of paper off your phone. And every time you buy something tomorrow, track it. Track the time, the location, and why, and the price, of course. So do that all day long for that 24 hours. And then I want you to record that and add it to the group. And that also will probably make you more conscious of your spending habits. Because I'm like, man, I'm not going to post that I spent $20 on donuts this morning. You probably don't want to just show that kind of things. So if I know that if I had a camera crew watching every single day, it was a fun experiment, I'm going to spend my money way differently. Because I know people will see what I'm doing every single day. So pretend that someone's watching you. Again, try this out for yourself. Track what you spent money on, what it was, the location and time, and why. Do all those things for the whole day, the next 24 hours, and upload it to the group. And I bet you, 1, you'll spend a lot differently, and 2, it will show you what your habits are right in front of your face. You cannot deny it. And then a great quote by Jim Rohn: success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. Jim Rohn was the mentor of Tony Robbins. Super successful guy. And he changed my life. And also, this is a huge testament to what we talked about. If I understand the fundamentals of being good with my money, having good habits, having good routines, I will have success guaranteed. There's no way around it. One day you'll be successful if you just do these things every single day. But as always, you're all kings and queens. Thank you all for being here. Here's to freedom. I'll see you guys at the top. You got this. Keep going. This is your year.